Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you, saying hi, hello, how do you do? What is happening? What's going on with you? Blessings, blessings. And more blessings are speaking to you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I can appreciate that. And for those who will be used by God at some point to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. Durell, Coop. Hey, Cooper, good to see you this morning. Love you right back. Good morning. So we're still talking about speaking life. It's not the same as speaking platitudes. It's not the same as platitudes. Platitude, right, is a dull, trite, overused statement. Like whatever it is, everything happens for a reason. So it's not like false. It's not false, like a false positive or false. Platitude probably isn't the best word to use for what I'm trying to say here. It's not this that is spoken as if it was deep and profound wisdom. Here it is. It's not sometimes positive thinking or whatever. Like people say, speak positive or, yeah. So it's not that ideas, sometimes the idea of speaking positive, it just has lost its strength. It has lost its original power. Because I believe in speaking life. I like to use the word speaking life as opposed to speaking positive. 'Cause I don't know, it just doesn't ring as beneficial to me. So anyway, let me just say that speaking life, speak life, meaning when we use our words, let's use them in a way that whoever walks away from the conversation can walk away lifted. Hey, cousin, good morning, as opposed to torn down. That whoever walks away, they can walk away lifted instead of torn down. Now, sometimes conversations are they're hard conversations to have, meaning that the content is not pleasant content. Sometimes it's hard to hear certain realities about ourselves. However, how we have the conversation. Hey, Ray Price, good morning. It is hump day. How we have the conversations, they can be life-giving though, right? How we have it can be very life-giving. And so when I think about those conversations, when I think about them, um, um, yeah, when I think about those conversations, I don't know too many people who run to have hard conversations. I know that for me, I don't like hard conversations to go unsaid, unhad for a long time. I don't like that. I don't prefer that. I need those conversations to be had. And so, um, but I don't get pleasure out of them. I don't. I get pleasure if there's a result, a positive result, a change in behavior, thinking, ways of being that comes out of it. But I don't get pleasure out of the conversation, out of having to have the conversation. I don't get pleasure out of the thought that someone is probably going to feel worse before they feel better because of a conversation that I'm initiating. But I do get pleasure out of the fact that they'll probably feel they are going to be better. Do you see that there's going to be better that comes ultimately out of bringing awareness to something that needs awareness brought to it? Do you see? And so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the temporary discomfort, right? I'm okay with the temporary discomfort that comes. Good morning, Erica. Good morning. Love you right back. Yeah. I'm okay with the temporary discomfort that comes with that. So when you think about speak life, I'm not speaking platitudes. I'm not saying just give a bunch of hot air or things that are not true or don't make sense or things like that. So there could be some things that you want, but you're not there yet. You haven't gotten there yet, right? There's to be some things that you desire, but they're not, you just haven't made it there yet. But you have every intention. It is your goal. It's your intention. It's your hope. It's your dream. It's a possibility that you hold for yourself. Speak life to those things, and I'm also not one of those overly positive. There's a word for it that I can't. It's like it's an unhealthy positive thinking. What is the word they use for that? But basically, I'm not one of those people either where basically you lie to yourself. You say, well, I am this and I have this and I this and I. Good morning, cousin. Good morning. Good morning back to you. And so scripture says, call those things to be not as though they were. And I get the scripture says that, but I also know that the brain functions the way it functions. And if you tell yourself a bunch of things that are not true, the brain is going to do its darndest to reject that. And you're just going to have an internal fight with yourself. There's a better way. You can still call those things that be not as though they are, but you could do it in a way that, so if you say, say if you struggle with money, accumulating money, and you don't want to say I'm broke. Of course, don't say that. You don't say that, period. I don't have any money. You want to speak. I'm working on increasing. Like I'm growing my wealth. I am grateful for the abundance that exists in my life. I am um, um, becoming financially. I'm increasing my finances. I'm working on increasing my finances. I'm growing. Do you see? Like, speak life, speak to the direction that you want to go, but speak to it. And some people talk about speaking to it as if you're already there. Now, I do know there is some science and some and scripture supports it in the idea of as a person thinks, so are they. As a person thinks, so are they. As a person thinks, so are they. So what you focus on, what you give your attention to, what you say about yourself, what you say about a situation, it becomes, and not what you say one time, but what you believe, what you know, what you say over and over and over. And so if you say, I'm never gonna, that will be your truth. But if you say, by hook or crook, no matter what, I will continue to try no matter what. Every day, I will give it some attention, some energy, some focus, some this, no matter what. I will. Do you see? And so, as we think about that, as we give ourselves that requirement, that mandate, that, right, that's our truth. That's our truth. Like, I know for me, I will spend the rest of my life in self-improvement. I will spend the rest of my life towards growth, learning, becoming, knowing, loving. I will never have a year being the same person I was the year before. Never. The core of me, my essence will remain the same. There's some things that's never going to change. But even in those things, I will become better. I will improve. Even in those things that are the core of me, I will improve every year. I am never willing to just be like, this is it. This is where I am. This is it. No, I will learn how to love better. I certainly have learned to forgive, to let go, to release far, far better, because my family, we were really good. We were really, some still really are good at unforgiveness and being mad at folk. You know, they was modeled. I saw it. I ain't trying to talk about people online, okay? I'm just saying. So, you know, so I was good at that. I was good at holding a grudge. I was a master at it. Until I learned it's not good, beloved. As I grew older and just started to understand sowing and reaping, and started to understand that it's just not good for my mind, for my body, for my relationships, for my soul. It's not a good thing. Like, release it and let it go. Yeah, hold folk accountable, have boundaries, all the things, but free your own darn self. Free your own darn self. Because freedom is your birthright. Freedom is your birthright. You know, so it's important for us to live the best possible life that we can. It's important for us to know what is ours to have and what is ours to bring, what the contribution of our unique contribution is. It's important. And do it with everything that's within you. Like, love yourself so well that you're determined, as Will Smith said, I'm leaving. No, that wasn't Will Smith. Somebody said, I'm leaving it all on the court. I'm leaving it all on the court. I will take nothing with me from this game called life. When I take my last breath, everybody will know she gave everything that she had. Because when I get, I'm giving. So I'm excited. I have gotten energy back. I've gotten clarity back. I've gotten re-anchored. Some of you know that this first half of the year for me has been tumultuous. I'll say that has been a heck of a year, and it took. Thank you for your love, and it took some time for me to get my equilibrium back. It really, really did. It was rough. It was rough, and so So being in a space that was rough, I didn't have mental space for creativity, right? I didn't have space to dream and think about possibilities. It was enough space to just make it week to week, right? And do the things that I needed to do that I was responsible for doing. But guess what? Good morning. Hey, love you right back, Athelia. But guess what? I'm back and I'm ready. I'm back and I'm ready, and the creative juices are flowing. So we got some things that we're going to launch before this year is out, just for the good of humanity. For the good of humanity. There's some gaps that I'm birthed to fill in this human existence of ours. There's some gaps that I'm birthed to fill. So I'm filling the gaps in my life first because I think that's wisdom. Fill the gaps in your own life first. Plug up those holes. Get that business taken care of. Get the personal taken care of. Be well, be healthy in all your areas, as healthy as you can. Keep working on it, and then contribute to mankind. Now, look, let me just say, I don't want you to take that as a recipe where I've got to get everything perfect before I show up. No, show up to life, period. As you show up as you are, as you show up in your genius, in your uniqueness, you're going to contribute, you're going to serve. Always work on you. Somebody needs you right where you are right now. So I don't have to get all these things together before it's really an organizational kind of a thing, right? But in the same time, while I'm closing some doors over here and putting some things to bed over here, putting some structures over here in my personal and professional life, I am also going to be how do I want to say it? I'm also going to be what's the word? Planning. I'm gonna get it together. I'm excited. I'm excited. I haven't felt this in a minute. And I've had glimpses of it, like when I did the Queen's Adventure. Of course I had to get myself there. So that. And then I did some trips, with some folk. And so, I got it, with my nephew and things. Anyway, y'all know. Some of y'all been on the journey with me. I love you. I do. I do. And I'm excited about my love growing. Yes, yes, Erica. Here we go, girl. Here we go. I'm excited about my love growing for me, for you, for the universe, for God. Yes. I'm excited. And here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, at the moment that God gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, you and I, we gave up the right to not be amazing. We just simply don't have the right to not be amazing because you know what? We are anyway. So no sense in downplaying. You just sell yourself short by downplaying. Give yourself the benefit of the essence of your life showing up. And don't short sell yourself or anybody else. Have a fantastic day. I already have one. I only intend to have fantastic days. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.